Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for hanging out with me for Memory Planning Monday. Welcome to my video. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do this week, stick around. Hey friends, how's it going? I hope you guys are having a great week. I'm so excited to be in Project Life. I had a little bit of a challenge trying to pick out some cards and items for the week, but I absolutely love how everything came together. It was completely inspired, this color palette, by the plaid paper there. It was originally a 6x8 paper. Right now in the screen it looks like a 3x4 card. The pinks and oranges and yellows all together because there were a lot of yellows, oranges, and pinks throughout the week in the photos. So I try to stick to either a kit or go off of colors that are predominantly in my pictures. And so I found this patterned paper from Ali Edwards. I don't remember which story kit it's from. It might be Happy. And then I picked a whole bunch of coordinating cards and elements, just embellishments to go along with everything I've chosen. So this week I've decided to go with stars as sort of my like little extra pop, and then I end up picking out Pipsticks stickers and using little tiny flowers as well. Something else I'm doing, I have 3 different washies this week. The scalloped heart washi is from Simply Gilded. The black scalloped washi is from Doodlebug Designs, and it's linked in my Amazon storefront. Or no, I'm sorry, it's linked on my description box. It's under my scrapbook.com affiliate link. And then the other washi is just Pink Spotty Dotty washi, and I don't even know where it came from. Sorry. So right now I'm just flipping through to try to decide which stickers to use. And this is a photo of Nora and her friend Evan, who came over on Monday because she didn't have cheer practice for like the first Monday since August. Since they are in playoffs. Her team that she cheers for, they had their first playoff game and won. And so over the weekend, they had their second playoff game. And I will get to that story when we get to that side of the album. But right now, I just embellished it with that little details chipboard from Ali Edwards. And I wrote on it with my Write Your Story. It says it's like an Ali Edwards pen. And I wrote Nora, Smokey, and Evan. And then the Beautiful Day card, I just embellished with a few little tiny stickers. And I decided to do this fun little, like, I don't know, faux stitched effect with my Muji gel pen around some of these cards and chipboard pieces. And I really like the way it looks. I wanted to bring in some more black, and I thought that was sort of a fun way to do it. And it also added unity throughout the spread. You'll see me play around with some chipboard elements that I'd already chosen from my Ali Edwards stash. I just store them in a Dollar Tree container. And this is a photo of the view on my way to bringing Nora to school / me going to work because I work at her school. And I just love that you can see the trees in the forefront, and then in the very distance you can see the horizon. If you look, well, if you could see it in person, you can see all of the trees and the colors in the trees, and it's just a beautiful picture. So I embellished it with that October Delights chipboard piece, which came with the October Stories by the Month. And I wrote my view, and I didn't like the arrow that I drew, so I just picked up this little puffy arrow from a Paper Person sticker pack. I've since switched all my Paper Person items to, like, I deconstructed the kits and I put them all in a container from the scrapbook.com store. I should probably do like an updated craft room video because things have changed and they're always changing. But anyway, now I'm trying to figure out how to make this card into like a filler card. And I decided, okay, I'm not going to use any embellishments. I'm just going to get Stamp Happy. And that happens a lot throughout this spread. Like, I kind of treat each little card like its own miniature 3x4 or 4x6 project. And so on this one, I want to get Stamp Happy and just stamp a bunch of sentiments that I feel like sum up the week. And so I used Life Feels Good, and that's from a Paper Person stamp set. And then I'm also using, I mostly use that stamp set and then a Studio Calico stamp set. And then I took my little star punch as inspired by Leilani Scraps and Plans, who was always punching stars out of her scraps, and decided to use those as well to embellish photos. So I punch out a whole bunch of those, and then I end up adding those to some of the cards that I've already completed. Back to the stamping, you can see I stamped Cozy, Stories from This Season, and I'm going to choose the final sentiment on the bottom, which says crisp and cool. I really like that font from Paper Person Shop. I think that's a fun one. I would like to see that in an alpha. Just different, you know, I love unique. And I decided to go with black because, again, I'm trying to bring in more black to offset the brighter colors throughout the spread, but also because there's a lot of black on the right side of the page, which you'll see in just a minute here. So I'm just going to add that little puffy star to the O of Cozy and call that one good. I'm going to go back and add my little punched out stars. I'm using this quick pick stick from We Are Memory Keepers and my Zig two-way glue pen to adhere those little tiny stars. It makes adhering little miniature things so much easier. Okay, so there I go, layer, 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 over embellish, over embellish, over embellish, which is something that I just struggle with, as evidenced by my insanely busy spreads each week. But hey, that's just the way I am. I'm not a big fan of white space and minimalism, so clearly. Hey, I have all these supplies, I want to use them. You know what I mean? But I totally envy folks who are yeah, it's funny. The people that I am drawn to more when I watch them create project life pages or scrapbook pages tend to be more minimalist in style, definitely more so than myself. But maybe that's just because I'm like inside, that's what I aspire to be, but I know it's just not who I am. I don't know. What type of scrapper are you? Are you like, oh, I sneezed stickers and embellishments all over the place? Or are you more of a minimalist? Stick with one kit, you know, you got what you got and call it good. I would love to know. So one fun thing that Nora's been doing lately is puzzles, which I do end up journaling about, and my joy of her newfound interest in puzzles. She struggles with them a bit. So it's great for her to practice them. That I always think anything that's challenging is great for, you know, the brain. And so, yeah, I just caught her doing a puzzle there with my husband. And I love that chipboard piece that says embrace the mess of now. I think that's the perfect sentiment for that. And then there's Nora got me a puzzle for my birthday, but really I think she kind of got it for her. We did it together. It was 200 pieces. She was very proud of the puzzle she picked out. Every day, so my birthday was Friday, and every day this week, Nora and my husband gave me a little gift, and this day was the puzzle. So we came home and did it together. And so I'm just journaling about things that I'm working on, like trying to get into some type of pattern or routine, which is really hard because, you know, my schedule changes every week with subbing. I'm working on learning how to navigate new emotions as Nora has more playdates with the opposite sex or those who identify as male. And yeah, working on rewriting and reclaiming my truth and my story and my identity and leaving behind my OCD self, which is a lie. And so I'm just journaling. I love that this card prompted me to think a little deeper and tell some more intimate stories. So the last thing I do is stamp slow down on cardstock, glue it to, or rather I guess I taped it to the picture of Nora doing the puzzle, and then add my little stitching around the card and call that good. And that flip up is going to go right in the middle there. And so then I'm going to take out this little October prompt card from Paper Person Shop. I chose it even though most of the cards I went with are Allie Edwards because of the color. I'm finding that the Paper Person kits, like the embellishments are my favorite things, the cards, not so much. And so I'm kind of struggling because I'm trying to think about next year because right now I'm currently subscribed to Paper Person. I get both Story Kit and Stories by the Month kits from Ali Edwards and Studio Calico. Studio Calico is probably my favorite. And then I love Paper Person's quality and like their embellishments, the stamps and the puffy stickers are my favorite. But I don't love all of the cards every month. And sometimes I don't use the pattern papers because they're really busy. And so that is a tough one because that's kind of a pricey subscription. And then the Ali Edwards story kits have, I love the like style, the like the journaling prompts, the story starters, like the way that Ali Edwards is a true like I don't even know how to describe it, like storytelling facilitator, I guess. I love her themes. I love the designs. I don't love the colors. So that is the struggle. Like, I don't know what to do for next year because I don't want to keep all of the subscriptions. But anyhow, I digress. Um, so I'm filling out this October card, and basically, I just journaled very simply. It was more like for fun and for decor. And I put a little chipboard piece from Paper Person Shop. And then I decided to add some of those like faux stitch marks around the plaid card for some more black and to kind of bring it all. I think it kind of like cinches it all in, you know? And then this photo is of Nora. It was also book fair week. So it was, this week was, by the way, totally insane. Like I took, I think, 2 or 3 naps once the weekend got here because I was beyond exhausted between balancing, you know, cheer practices and coordinating the book fair every day, like volunteers and having people like drop out. And also, I was subbing. Like one day, I was subbing for kindergarten, which thank God was right outside the room of the hallway where the book fair was set up. And so I was like literally in and out like a chicken with my head cut off, running between the classroom, which thankfully I had a TA in. So you know the kids weren't like by themselves. So don't worry. And running out to like the cash register and helping the volunteers with troubleshooting. So it was insane. It was so busy. But the one preview day, my friend Carrie took this picture of Nora looking at all the goodies, even though she had helped us set up the book fair the week before. But this is just a cute little picture of her. It was also Red Ribbon Week, which is our like kindest week for anti-bullying at the school. So there's a picture down on the bottom right of Nora and her friend Fiona twinning. You were supposed to Thursday, I think, or Wednesday, one of the days was twin day, and it was like to like represent that you're teaming up against bullying together. So I thought that was cute. So I snapped that picture and put that in there. And fortunately, I have a lot more pictures of Nora this year at school because I'm there a lot more often. So anyways, I journaled on that currently card after off camera because you guys didn't need to see that. Added the little stitch marks, and that one was good. I'm going to embellish this picture of Nora and Fiona with this chipboard that coordinates perfectly with that pattern paper. And then I whip out my old Heidi Swap alphas because I'm going to write twins on, not write, spell out twins using those alphas on this chipboard piece. I think this is so cute, this picture of the two of them. It's right in front of her classroom. And then I end up like, so some of these tags are meant to be like actual tags, so they have a hole punch through the top. But I just covered them up in every single one. Like wherever I used a chipboard piece that had a hole, I just covered it up with a sticker. Um, just so, yeah, you can probably see me doing that. But I don't know, I just didn't want to have it be a tag. I just wanted it to act like a little embellishment. Just a little piece of chipboard there for fun. So I add this little star and a couple little stickers, and I'm gonna put the date and add my little stitches, quote, air quote, stitches around the chipboard. I think it looks really cute. I might keep doing this in my spreads every week. I don't know. I really like it. It's just a little something extra, especially like, I don't know, for continuity purposes, right? From left to right. Here are the close-ups of each of the rows of photos and cards. Okay, so I'm on the right side now, and this is going to be my title card, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So I pull out these old alphas that are really, really, really old, um, and I spell out week 43. I could have stamped it, but I don't know. I guess I just wanted to have like a really clean, crisp, definitive, like week notated there. So that's why I went with the stickers, and they keep like coming up because they're so old, the adhesive just doesn't stick, so I end up using my two-way glue pen to help secure those down and give them a little bit of extra support, if you will. I have to fix the spacing, of course, because the number wasn't going to fit if I didn't move and squish all the little alphas closer together, you know what I mean? It's trial and error. And so then I'm like, okay, I have the week, now what? So what I end up doing is using the washi underneath it, and I like the pink scallop washi, but I feel like it gets lost. So I put the other one underneath it and then put the scallop washi on top. I'm much happier with the way that looks. And then I have this little like vellum tag that says the splendor of the season. That's from, I think, the Stories by the Month kit. And it's the only vellum tag I used. Usually I try to incorporate at least 3 of the same type of embellishments, but I was okay with that being the only one. Because it's on the title card, and I feel like, yeah, that just makes sense. So I'm just going to add a few little puffy stickers, and then I decide that it doesn't look quite done. So I do my crosshatch stitch all the way around, not crosshatch, stitch, whatever, dashes, all the way around the card, and then I'm going to stamp a couple of sentiments because it still doesn't look done. So from the Stories by the Month kit, I used the October Delights little word phrase there. And then I'm going to use a couple more from the 2 stamp sets I mentioned earlier. This one's Paper Person, and the next one is from Studio Calico. And then that title card will be finished. I'm going to move on to the picture of myself at the book fair. That's a selfie I took. So on my actual birthday, I did end up meeting my husband for lunch, which was lovely. But then I went back to the school right after that and volunteered at the book fair. I had to close it out. I had to get the teachers their books, all that kind of stuff, and then stay and help set up for Fall Fest, which was our big fall event at the school that night. And then ended up picking up an order from Target, Nora's Christmas presents, shh, and then got her some dinner to bring to Fall Fest because we always sell pizza and she has celiac, so that ain't happening. So we got her Chipotle, and then her friend, her bestie, got dropped off and ended up staying overnight. So that picture of her and her bestie Abby there at the Fall Fest, so cute, is who stayed over. And I called manning the book fair because I knew the Fall Fest was going to be insane and very, very busy and crazy. And I was like, it's my birthday. If I have to be here, I get to choose where I want to be. So I went down to the book fair and chose to be antisocial because hardly anyone came down that way. We did have a few last minute sales, but that was about it. And then, so that's the story about that selfie at the book fair. I have this chipboard piece. I don't even know when I got it, but it's an Allie Edwards one. And I did bring in a couple of little orange labels here and there from Studio Calico that are much older. And then, the picture that's being covered up right now of Nora on her friend Kenzie's back is from their second playoff game that I had mentioned earlier in the video. They did end up losing, and while a lot of the girls were crying and very sad, and we felt bad for the football players, I was kind of happy the season is over, because that would have meant another week of practices and another game, which is the Super Bowl, which is like an hour and a half away from where we are. So we no longer have to participate in that. The season ended abruptly, which is kind of weird. It's like, you're together 3 nights a week and then on weekends and then it's over. But we do have a banquet coming up in a week or so, where the girls will all get to be together again and see each other, and they can have closure to the season, so that'll be nice. But this is a picture of the 2 of them at the game, just being silly right after their halftime routine. And I ended up just using some washi and then the sentiment, "This just made sense," because it's so cute that the two of them decided they've become friends throughout the season. And yeah, I just loved this picture of the two of them. So cute. So you can see there's a lot of darker photos on this side of the spread, which is why, I wanted to bring more black in as an accent color. Typically I don't do that, but I really do love the way this whole thing turned out. The picture on the right, like I said, is Nora and Abby at Fall Fest. It's a flip up. They were, let's see, Abby was Poison Ivy and Nora is Princess Peach. And then my husband and I were chatting and we were like, she's been a princess every year. Every Halloween she's been a princess. I think the first time she did Halloween she was 3, and she was like a fairy princess. She just basically wore like a dress up outfit and went to like 3 houses or something and wore fairy wings. And then when she was 4, gosh, what was she? She was Elsa. When she was 5, she would have been in kindergarten. She was, I don't know. Who was she? Maybe she was Anna. When she was 6, she was Belle. And when she was 7, she was Cinderella. And this year, she is Princess Peach. She's also had like other opportunities to wear costumes at Halloween for different things. Like she was Mirabelle and JoJo Siwa one year. So I guess technically they're not princesses, but it's just really funny that she's always been a princess. Makes sense because she's a princess. Spoiled rotten. So anyways, the picture underneath, that's the flip up, is 4 little grid photos from Fall Fest that I obviously didn't take since I was at the book fair, and that's what I'm journaling about on this older story card. Okay, then I'm going to skip the middle card because that is going to be a separate reel that isn't included in this video of me embellishing that decorative card. But right now, these are all pictures of Sunday shenanigans. It was when I actually got to celebrate my 41st birthday since I was adulting on my birthday at the book fair / Fall Fest. So that's really what I'm journaling about, is just like all the birthday memories from this year. So every day my husband and Nora gave me a little gift, like, my favorite candy, a new coffee mug, that type of thing, the puzzle you saw us doing. And then journaling about how I was adulting on my birthday at the book fair, journaling about us going to dinner and me going shopping, even though I originally went shopping for shoes and didn't end up with any shoes. However, I ended up with a brand new winter coat and some jewelry and clothes from J. Crew. And then we went to dinner at 110 Grill. When you have celiacs, there's only a few restaurants you can go to and hope that it's safe enough. So that's where we went for dinner. And then this little photo underneath of Nora with the eating the lemon was hilarious. Like, the photos are not good quality, but I wanted to remember this story because it was just, I don't know, it was cracking Matt and I up. We were like hysterical because she just kept, the faces she kept making when she was eating the lemon was like priceless. I don't know, I guess you had to be there. So the other picture is a selfie of myself in the craft room, and just so I was like, oh, I need to have a birthday selfie. My dessert, which was these lemon beignets with caramel and raspberry dipping sauce, they were amazing. And then the picture of my shopping bags from Nordstrom Rack and J. Crew, and then this sweet little picture of Smokey sleeping or cuddling with Nora. And those are all from Sunday. And obviously the front photo is my husband and myself and Nora at dinner. And I feel like she looks so grown. It makes me sad. Anyhow, this little card, I was like, what am I going to do with this? What am I even going to do in the middle? Am I going to decorate? Am I going to journal? What's happening? And I was like, you know what? I need to journal about the last game of the season. I didn't do that. I just included the picture of Nora and her friend. So that is what I end up journaling about in the middle of this card after I decide on the embellishments, which are just the chipboard pieces and the little punched out stars. Okay, so now that that's done, snap. It's done. I'm going to take out this middle card and stamp. I'm showing you the stamps I'm going to be using there. They're from Heidi Swap. I'm going to pull out some other inks and stamps and make myself a happy little card about my birthday. So that is in a separate reel over on Instagram, but you get to see the finished product right now. Ta-da! There it is. Isn't it cute? I used a bunch of Distress Oxide inks and different stamps, and then the sticker for the numbers 41, and then bring on the next phase of this adventure chipboard piece and some washi. Added my border, and that's that. So enjoy the close-ups of the right side of this spread, how it turned out. I love the title card so much. This is one of my favorite spreads I think I've done in this second album of Project Life for 2023. I cannot believe we're in week 43. Like, what is life? So let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys will like this video and subscribe if you're not. I super appreciate you spending your time with me and hearing about all of our shenanigans this week and about my birthday. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, friends, and remember that you are enough. Bye-bye.